Craig Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. DA, it's all yours.
Kevin, thanks.
Thanks, David. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Daniel Tice out there with Vucevic, and it's Williams at the 3. We've got Baddest One. Big Dog is out there with Big Cat. Then there's A-Train, and it's ABC in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Levine, and then Levine with the jam.
An explosive, high-level athlete. You see why Zach has won multiple dunk contests.
The thing that really separates White is the quickness. Whether it's with the ball in his hands or running off screens, he's very difficult to stay connected to defensively. And he gives up some size on that play, but the defender fails to close the gap.
This is why you spend so much time devising ways to space the floor. If you can't, you don't get very far.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it. A little undersized at the 4, but he can get off the ground.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. And last year, Greg, we saw White get more comfortable in the offense as the season went on.
You know, more scorer than a playmaker at this point. Drafted 7th overall because he has the potential to do both. If he can add strength and cut back on the turnovers, he's going to be a very good player for a long time.
Here's Baddest One after the made shot from Zach Levine. An emphatic alley-oop jam. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now here's White. Passes it to Levine. Williams dishes to Levine. The tray. It's good from long range. Levine's got 9.
Do you see the game plan is working already? 4 straight makes to start this one.
Baddest One passes to ABC. Here's Big Cat. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
That took some courage to take on the bigger defender right there, and he got the job done.
White with it. Pass to Vucevic. Left side, Levine. 4 for 5 with that first miss in 5 attempts from the floor.
And that was a heat check right there. First miss of the night, but still shooting 80% as a team.
Here's White. Here's Tice. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Hustle points count just like any others. That's a great play.
Here's Baddest One. White covering. ABC passes to Big Dog. It's stolen by Vucevic. Williams trying to break free. Banked in off the glass.
Kobe White glides around the court with the ball on the string ready to shoot. And no hesitation.
Here's Big Cat, defended by Tice. Here's Big Cat. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch, I agree. Here's Baddest One after the made shot from Zach Levine. Baddest One passes to Big Cat, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Number 10.
And that one misses. Garrett Temple has checked in for Zach Levine. And he sinks the second. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Now, here's Satoransky. He's guarded closely. Valentine, that's for 2. No good on his first attempt of the game.
Decent look from mid-range, but there may have been a better option for them in that set.
Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Now, here's Saturansky. Pass to Markkanen. Back to Saturansky. Got a perfect 6 for 6 in the game up to this point. Here's Big Cat, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
Number 10. At the line for one.
Hit these, baby. Nah, man, you get little guy. That's all you.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Trailing by 2.
Come get it, come get it.
Now, here's Saturansky. Defense is right there, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on baddest one. That is his first foul of the game. Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for Chicago. 1:35 left to play here in the first.
He looked just a little out of rhythm. He's still trying to establish consistency from there.
Stolen by Saturansky. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
14.
A tall, strong combo guard who can shoot it as well as pass it. Saturansky played around 30 minutes a game for the Bulls last season as he found a way to impress the team every chance they gave him.
Both shots good from the stripe. Well, the scouting report for Saturansky is this: if he could increase his consistency, Greg, shooting the ball, his game could reach another level.
Yeah, I mean, throughout his career, the percentages have been all over the place. He's not really a volume three-point shooter. The key for Saturansky is good shot selection and just playing under control.
Now, here's Valentine. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. Feeds to Young. Tries it from the top of the key. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. There's 37 seconds left to play in the first quarter. That one, no good. Gone 8 of 8. What a hot start for them. And stolen by Valentine. And it's Big Dog with the foul. That's his first foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the free throw line. The Bulls shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Denzel Valentine.
And he makes the first.
2 shots.
And so he makes both from the line.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Here's A-Train. Now the pass to baddest one. Passes it to Big Dog. Young with the steal. From deep three-point range, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And recently, we chatted with Zach LaVine about the team, and he pointed out what he...
You know, we should have energy, and we should be outplaying the other team, like I said, just competitive-wise.
Greg trying to turn their youthful exuberance into a weapon.
I like that he's focused on increasing their level of activity because it's something within their control.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yes, you know this, GA. Back in our day, and any day really, if you don't block out somebody, you will sit down.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. Garrett Temple is out there with White. Then there's Al Farouk Aminu. Then there's Valentine. And it's Young in at the 5 down low. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on baddest one. That'll be his second foul of the game. Chicago making some changes. Vucevic checked in for Young. Williams comes in for Denzel Valentine. And Levine subbed in for Garrett Temple. Inside, here's White. Good, great play by Williams to set it up. White's got it all tied up now for the Bulls.
Look at Kobe White attack and adjusting to contact. Beautiful play.
Here's baddest one. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. With the stoppage last season, the Bulls still became center stage after the release of the documentary The Last Dance, which covered their 6 titles with Michael Jordan in 8 seasons. There was record viewership, including most NBA players tuning in. Dynasties like those never lose their luster. Kevin?
Well said, D.A. Thanks.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
And the jam by Levine.
And we've seen this before. Zach with the ability to put up points in bunches.
Gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Baddest one passes to ABC. The runner, and he gets it to go.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Down low. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Chicago making a switch here. Markkanen's checked in.
Lineup for the Bulls. Lowry Markkinen.
Gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. There's the lob to the hoop, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Markkanen.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Force them to go somewhere else.
Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Goodness.
You know, he's a triple threat in the open court. He can beat you from the inside, outside, and everything in between.
And with Lowry Markkinen, the former 7th pick in the draft, you like him best when he's aggressive and looking for his own shot.
You're right, Greg. I like angry Larry Marketing because he's dangerous when he has that type of mindset. He needs to have that mentality of a number 1 option, even if he's not one. That's when he's the most impactful on the floor.
And if you really want to make things hard on yourselves, this is exactly how you do it. Turnovers on back-to-back trips down the floor.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Vucevic with the block.
Well timed by Vucevic. Not a center who piles up blocks, but this guy picks his spots.
Goes back up. And with that, the Chicago lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from ABC.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
And you know what? There was probably a better matchup on the floor, but when it goes in, nobody complains.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Throws it up high. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Bulls ball.
Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
So for the Bulls, Daniel Tice is checked in for Vucevic, and Satoransky subbed in for Kobe White. And here is Satoransky. Levine kicks to Satoransky. No good from outside. Gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Tice. Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for Williams. And stolen by Valentine. Pass to Sadaransky. To the inside. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Here's A-Train, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. A-Train's got 5.
This is what you do when your opponent's trying to take away the 3 and the painted area.
Now, here's Sadaransky. He's guarded closely, gotten all but 1 of their 7 shots in the second quarter to drop. Pretty impressive. Good. And now just a 1-point Bulls lead.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on baddest one. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And that's the tough part of trying to keep him on the floor. Now he picks up that 3rd foul.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Young's checked in for Markkanen, and Garrett Temple subbed in for Zach LaVine. And the shot goes in.
In the zone, Sadaransky's so determined to find shots and produce for his team.
Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. Here's the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Sadaransky's got the lead up to 6 now for Chicago.
To stretch out the defense, you just need enough guys on the floor who can make that shot.
Took him no time at all on that one. And it's 8 points for A-Train.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Temple gets the bucket.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. A-Train, the pass to Big Dog.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. 20 seconds left in the first half of the game. It's stolen. He's got a clear path. That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from baddest one.
And that's such good work to make this a 1-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
To the paint. Here's Young. No good on the last second attempt there. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Bulls out front. They lead. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for 3rd quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. They were never able to get the lead above 4. Looking at the second quarter scoring, they had a slight edge. They really worked hard late in the half. And Kenny, what did you think?
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. We've got Big Cat, baddest one out there with A-Train. Then there's Big Dog, and it's ABC in at the small forward. Got a piece of it. Jumps up. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
White drives in, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And You got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Here's Levine. No dice from the high post.
Rare for him to get a wide open shot from mid-range and fail to connect.
And he makes good on the layup. And it's 8 points for Big Dog.
Well, that's 3 of their last 5 baskets in transition.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago. Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for Chicago. 90 seconds now into the second half.
Ooh, they've come out ice cold to start this half. 3 misses and as many attempts.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
Now here's Levine. He's got 17. And it's Big Dog with the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Here's Williams. The shot from the low post is good. Williams has got 5.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the 3rd.
From 12 feet out. Nice jump shot. Good. 14 points for A-Train.
And just solid play out of them that time.
Levine passes to Vucevic. Second chance shot, and it's good on the lay-in.
And that's the 7-foot difference for Vucevic. Tough defense, contact. It doesn't do enough to throw off his ability to make that shot.
And it's blocked. There's Williams with the 3. Doesn't go for him. Gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half.
Yo, watch him. I got him.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Putting consistent pressure on this defense. Just the threat of him out there makes this offense work.
Pass to Levine, to the middle, Aminu. The slam dunk by Aminu.
Beautiful find by Levine there. Takes his time to survey the floor.
In transition, here come the Bulls. Here's Vucevic. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. 6 points for him.
Tremendous effort getting the steal, then getting the ball up the court.
You know what? We see this time and time again. Turnovers lead to a break, and then points at the other end.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
And Vucevic throws it down.
And using every bit of that large frame for the exclamation point, Vucevic, a force around the rim.
Releases. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Shooting at a high clip, he's found ways to get quality looks.
Chicago calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
And the Bulls making a change here. Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Vucevic. Markkanen comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Garrett Temple has checked in for Williams, and Satoransky's subbed in for White. And last season for Markkanen didn't really go as planned. Greg, we know he suffered some injuries and had a hard time establishing his role.
Yeah, both the scoring and rebounding were down. And this happens sometimes with a new coach and a new system. But one thing's for sure, the talent is there. Markkanen is still very young and has a tremendous upside.
And there's the call on A-Train. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second personal foul.
Get 1:15 left to play in the third. Levine feeling it out a bit. And it's blocked. Here's the break. There's the pass to Baddest one. On the wing, Levine. He's got 17. The quick look, no good that time.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
Stolen by Markkanen. Now, here's Satoransky. He's tightly guarded. That one goes in.
Good drive. For a big point guard, Satoransky has a surprisingly quick first step.
Here's Baddest one. He's got 6. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Bulls trail by 3. That's tipped.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
But you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
Here's Levine. He can't get that one to fall. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, you know, some might say, hey, can't we just skip the replay this time around? But you just never know.
Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And so Satoransky will bring it up for the Bulls. So for Chicago right now, Satoransky runs the point with Levine at the 2. Daniel Tice out there with Lauri Markkanen. And it's Young in at the 5 spot. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Baddest one. Satoransky covering. Baddest one passes to Big Dog. Here's ABC. It's good for the 7th time this game. He has shot 7. He has made 7.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both teams trying to close out strong. These are the fireworks that fans came to see.
Count it.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. And he banks in the layup. 14 points for Big Dog.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Now, here's Satoransky. Defense right on him. Tice. Outside, Levine. And Levine with the slam.
So smooth in the air. It's like Zach LaVine floats up, then drops the hammer.
Here's ABC. He's guarded by Markkanen. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Some changes for Chicago. Vucevic, he's checked in for Young. Williams comes in for Markkanen. And it's Kobe White in for Satoransky. Time call here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Nice game. Great performance by Big Cat.
Good decision to regather. Talk it over. Your main concern now is how to slow this guy down on the offensive end.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to listen to what Billy Donovan said to his team. He's pleased that they're getting consistent points in the paint. He said, in this league, it's not easy to do what you guys are doing. Let's just keep doing it until they stop us. Kevin?
Vucevic with the bucket.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
Out to the wing. Here's Big Cat, defended by Tice. And it goes down 2 points. Big Cat's got 20 points.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Expanding upon this lead, trying to close it out. He's really stepped up.
Here's Tice. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
No good on that one. And the second free throw, good. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's ABC. There he goes again. That's his 9th straight basket. He's a perfect 9 for 9.
And when you get this kind of shooting from him, 100% from the field, they're going to be tough to beat.
The feed to Vucevic. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Bulls trail by 7. White looking around. Passes it to Vucevic. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And he is starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation.
Levine!
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by.
I see him.
To the inside. And there's Levine on the assist by Vucevic. 21 points for Zach Levine.
The coaching staff needs Zach Levine to perform at his best when it matters, and he did it.
Pass to Big Dog. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
That's his third personal foul. At the line, number 4.
It's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Hit these, baby. Nah, man, you get little guy.
Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Nice job extending the lead and making this a 2-possession game now.
Pass to Tice, and Tice throws it down.
And everybody loves a big man that can pass. And Vucevic putting his vision on full display there.
Here's baddest one. White covering. Here's baddest one. That shot off the mark. White with the defensive effort. Bulls trail by 3. Williams kicks to White. We've got 1:18 left in the game. Back to Williams. Clock at 4. Tice finds Levine. Vucevic trying to get open. Another one falls for Chicago.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
Here's baddest one. It's in!
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 3. 52 seconds left in the fourth. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Big Cat.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Here's Levine. The dish to Vucevic, to the paint. Here's Tice. Shooting foul. As the whistle blows, he'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Chicago.
Good on the first, and that brings them within 2 here.
Taking 2 shots.
And he is unable to get the second one.
Yeah, being down 2 points instead of 1 thanks to the free throw miss makes getting a stop here absolutely critical.
Here's ABC, and he lobs it up. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Absolutely. They're within striking distance, but they have to make pretty much every shot.
You had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
So the first one drops, and that narrows the gap to 1.
Kobe White might be new to the league, but he doesn't play like it. Confidence and ability are beyond his years.
How fantastic was that? One mistake and the game's over, but he gets it done.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Cans the 3.
And they've got a foul to give here if they need it.
Chicago calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. 16 seconds left to play here in the fourth. All alone. Yes! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Kobe White doesn't need much time or space to get off that catch and shoot.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
2 shots.
Nah, man, you get little guy. Yeah, I got it.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game.
You have to admire how calm he is under pressure at the free throw line in a key situation.
White finds Levine right between the eyes. A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
Woo-wee! If you want to know what Zach LaVine is made of, you just found out.
Here's baddest one.
It went in!
Oh, what a shot!
It went in!
Goodness. Down it goes at the buzzer. Boy, it doesn't get any better than that.
One of the greatest shots you'll ever see. The 3 with nothing but zeros left on the clock.
So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are